Welcome to Majestic Mayhem. I'm your host, Death Dealer.
I'm Cozy Beluga.
And in case you are all wondering, yes, we are missing one of our panelists. Miss Mahat Mama is not feeling well this evening, so she's going to take the evening to relax. So we send you our well wishes, and we hope you feel better soon. We love you, and of course, we miss you, darling. But we didn't really have a set topic for this evening, so I figured we would just discuss what we've been up to lately, what we've been playing, what we plan on doing, and hopefully what we'll plan on playing in the next week or so. So Cozy's very energetic this evening, and she is extremely excited to be here. So, you know what? I will let her discuss first. What have you been up to since this past show, my dear? What have you been up to all week?
Okay. So, for those that haven't known, I, for a long time, have been shilling for Helldivers 2. I'm like the biggest Helldiver shill ever. And I am so happy to see its success. And I've been playing that. I've been playing Brotato. Thank you, Timmy. And I've also been playing Go Mecha Ball. So I get game fixations, and that's that'll be all I play for a while. I have to figure out how to turn this tracking off because it's distracting. Tracking. It is very distracting. I have to stand. Why does
It's a little distracting. Maybe if you sit, it turns off when you sit still, though, but you keep
But
moving.
how
That's
am I
why
supposed to sit
I
still?
have no idea.
I'm
I really don't know. Have you
a...
tried a fidget? Maybe we should get you a bunch of fidgets and like one of those swivel chairs that you can just like rock back and forth. Maybe like
I
learn to
need a
keep your head
chair
still.
because my yoga ball chair is totally how I busted my ankle, and I'm still sitting on it. See,
Uh,
it's like the yoga ball chair.
oh, I used to have a yoga ball. I love that thing. Those things are awesome to sit on.
And people are like, "Oh, what's your fancy gaming chair?" And I show them like, I sit on a yoga ball to game. It doesn't even feel better for your posture though, for real, for real.
It actually does help. I found it helped anyway.
Maybe I just already have good posture.
If you have good posture, it really doesn't help improve it. It just makes it easier for you to set up.
So what have you
But
been playing?
unfortunately, I haven't really been able to play much of anything.
Fraud! Fake
Yeah.
gamer! Okay, I'll stop. I'll calm down.
Please.
I'll calm down. I'll calm
Uh,
down.
Actually, I had to work. I'm doing. We're getting ready to do SpongeBob the musical. SpongeBob
Woohoo!
SquarePants the musical, which I am extremely disappointed with the costumes. They're like normal people clothes. It's not I
Ew.
expected like a giant sponge, to come walking across the stage and like of course,
Nah.
Patrick be a starfish, in a starfish costume walking across. No, they're wearing clothes. And I'm like, this is boring. I mean, I
Yeah.
get it because they have to dance around and things, but still, I'd like a couple of those really cool, like inflatable costumes. That would have been awesome. But so yeah, I've been doing that. So it's for the kids. It's all for a good cause.
They should have honestly, I think the where SpongeBob went wrong is they should have did instead of doing SpongeBob the musical of SpongeBob, like
Hmm.
if you're fond enough of SpongeBob to go see the musical,
Hmm.
you would honestly they could have just like been like, let's just do uh Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy,
Hmm.
and that would have been like much better. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, and that's all you have to do. Because they look kind of like they look human. So you wouldn't have had to worry about the same sort of issue.
Hmm.
See, I think about these things. Just give us Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy.
Not bad, actually. Not a
Yeah,
bad idea there, buddy. Not
I
a
know these
bad
things.
idea.
I know these things. You think I don't know these things? I know these. Ow. I know these things. I have to make my niece something for her birthday. But what do you
Oh,
make for an ungrateful little brat?
how old is she turning?
3. And 1. 3 and 1. So it doesn't matter what I get them.
Yeah, really, at that age, you can pretty much hand them anything. A box, a really pretty box would work wonders, I'm
Maybe
sure.
I should just give them a box, them to both with their own boxes with unicorn stickers on it. Unicorn and dinosaur. Their birthday party is themed to unicorn and dinosaurs.
Hi, Dreadpool. Hi, Timmy.
Timmy! Getting me hooked on Brotato. He knew what he was doing.
Oh, that's funny. So, do you watch football? Did you do something for the Super Bowl last Sunday? That face says it all right there.
I was like politely
Absolutely.
trying to be like,
Well, did you at least enjoy some of the parties?
I did not go out.
Okay.
That face was like, wait. Do I catch someone as someone watching football? Because I have literally.
Say, well, okay. When I was years ago, I've never really gotten into football. It's just not a sport that I personally enjoy watching. Playing like touch football or flag football, I used to. I didn't mind playing it. Just never been a fan of really watching it. However, I used to go to football parties and things because, it's a party. Why not? Any excuse to go out and have a party is a good excuse for me. I mean, so that's why I was wondering if you maybe, utilize the Super Bowl parties per se.
Yeah, I used to go to a Super Bowl party, and it used to be a beautiful Super Bowl party, but things happen, so I don't go anymore. It's not the same.
Understandable.
It's not the same.
I
You know
was
how to get in here. Stop. I'm sorry.
you yelling at that bird?
Yes, she's screaming because I'm out of her line of sight
How did
because
I know it was the
she
bird?
she flew up on a cabinet and I can't reach her. So now she freaks out. She's freaking out because she's like, "Where are you? Where are you? I can hear you, but you're not in the same room as me." And I'm like, "You know how to fly back in here." Let me go get her. She
Wow.
decided to fly back in here.
I guess this is my cue to I don't know, entertain you with what I did on the Super Bowl. I did nothing, folks. Absolutely well, that's not true. I sat around for a good portion of my day. And then later in the day, I sewed some costumes. And yeah, that was pretty much the equivalent of my Super Bowl Sunday. Because although I did get around to watching some of the Super Bowl commercials,
Whoop,
and
whoop.
they were entertaining, that's for sure. And I
The Super
did,
Bowl commercials always are.
yeah, they are usually. Although they were not as funny this year as they have been previous years. The last like 2 or 3 years, the Super Bowl commercials have been kind of like, "Ugh, you
Because
guys
people
used
aren't
to be
watching TV
funnier."
like that.
Yeah.
So
Did you watch
commercials
the
have taken
halftime?
no.
Really? Wow. You have to watch the halftime. It's actually it was pretty good. It was actually really entertaining. I have to say, Usher really came through with that one.
I mean, Usher is.
Usher. It's Usher.
Yeah.
It's
No,
Usher.
no,
My way. Gonna do my way.
no. I saw that smile. You gotta watch out for this one.
Come on. Who doesn't love Usher? Okay, if you grew up in that time frame, you have to love Usher.
No,
Like
I
everybody
saw that
loves me some
smile. I saw that smile. There's an entire Boondocks episode about this.
That was a good show. They would never get away with making that show today, but that was a good show. It had some really good episodes. I'll give them credit for that. The shows in the Arkell. Not even gonna.
They
Yeah.
had some really good episodes.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
What I got though.
Oh, hey, turn me up. Hi. I watched the Usher concert. That's all I saw. You know what? I'll be honest. I think a lot of people tune into the Super Bowl just for the halftime show.
They
Like,
picked a really good person, like, to
and I'm
sell the
pretty
Super
sure a
Bowl.
lot of women went home and got pregnant that night. Pretty sure.
That was a genius move. Picking Usher was a genius move. I
It
was like,
really
wait,
was.
Usher? Like, I don't watch it at all, but if there was one reason to watch it, it was because Usher.
Usher. Absolutely. For sure. I agree wholeheartedly.
Watch
Wholeheartedly.
out for this one! Oh! Cake! Sorry, I'll calm down.
That's a lie.
I
We're
haven't had
heading. I
anything
like that.
really sugary.
We're in the witness protection program. I can dig it.
So yeah, I've been so I was trying to play Helldivers, but after I got kicked out earlier, I was playing at like early in the morning. The matchmaking is broken. So this is like for me a 10 out of 10 game, except I couldn't in all honesty like recommend buying it to anyone. Like I'll buy you a copy, but I can't recommend it because it's so broken.
Paul, hey,
It's driving
buddy.
me nuts too. It's driving me nuts. Oh, it comes on when I talk.
Listen, I know nothing. I've seen nothing. You need an alibi? I'm your person. I got you covered. I know nothing.
Oh gosh. My ankle is really swollen.
So, let's discuss what I did last week because we didn't have a show last Sunday. So, okay, a lot of you guys don't know, so I will inform you of what my week looked like. We had Valentine's Day, right?
Ew.
Well, 2 days after Valentine's Day is mine and Dreadpool's wedding anniversary. And
What?
then, yeah,
That's
and
insanity.
I did not plan that out very well, obviously, but it's okay because we deal with it. We have a system. It's worked for us for a long time. I'll discuss that later. But then on Monday is Dreadpool's birthday.
Ooh. Ew.
So we do things back to back in this house around here. So back to how we handle things in our system. I am not a fan of Valentine's Day. Never really have been a fan of Valentine's Day. I liked it when I was younger. Um, Obviously, I go all out for our daughter. We go out and get her, the Valentine's Day gifts and balloons and all that stuff. Make her feel special because you don't need a spouse to get things and feel special.
You have to go the day after Valentine's Day when the candy goes on sale.
True, but she should. Hey, doggy, how's it going?
Oh, the accessibility in Helldivers. Can you still refund it, Paul?
But anyways, so we don't really celebrate Valentine. Dreadpool and I don't celebrate Valentine's Day really to each other. He gives me a card, I give him a card, but we don't really do much. We don't like go all out and things. My husband buys me candy bars and stuff all year round. I don't need a holiday for him to give me candy and a card. Thank you. And same goes for him. I make him dinner every day, so he's fine. But for our anniversary, we usually do something a little nice. But this year, I let Dreadpool do a podcast instead. And of course, I had a show as well. So that was our anniversary.
What?
So I will probably go out to dinner tomorrow for his birthday.
Half of
Yeah.
everyone in my family has a birthday in February, so February is like a big thing for us. Like both my nieces are February. My aunt is February. My great aunt is February. My brother is February. My cousin is February. I have lots of February birthdays. I'm like, you're the odd
Wow.
one out if your birthday isn't in February or May in my family.
That's
So
a
I'm the odd one.
lot.
Or September. But like literally, you could probably check off all of February with my family.
I thought I had it bad having to do Valentine's, our anniversary, and then his birthday. That's no, I'd check out. Thank you.
February 14th was my grandmother's birthday too. She's dead, so
Aw,
didn't count.
that's sweet. She probably got the coolest gifts and always got gifts. I would assume at least a chocolate bar.
I honestly think, like, as far as birthday goes, the worst birthday you could have is any birthday close to Christmas.
Oh yeah, no, my sister can attest to that one. She's born around Christmas and she hates it. She's always hated it. She's always complained about it because people tend to do the stereotypical thing of they give her a birthday slash Christmas gift. It's a 2-in-1.
Yeah, I remember one time, like, when I have a friend, and when she told me that, uh, she never had, like, a separate birthday and Christmas gift, I was
Mhm.
like, "Ah, ha, ha, ha." So then I got her a Christmas gift and a birthday gift just so she could have 2 gifts.
Hi, ice cold cabbage. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I actually got this for did Dreadpool for one of the holidays or something, I think. But he
I
never uses it, so I do. It
I
is an
got a
amazing
mug,
goblet. I love it. And it's got the whole little thing. Check it out. He's even got a bag.
but mine isn't as cool.
I even have I have a Chewbacca one too. I like the fact that he's got so much detail. It's really cool.
I
I
also have
just got him a really cool coffee mug that's actually got a nice detail in it.
I got a SpongeBob one,
Hmm.
and I got my Mass Effect one.
Oh, cool. I got a
I
bunch.
got the I
What are you
don't
collecting mugs on your desk?
judge me.
I am judging.
Don't judge
I'm
me.
judging.
No, and then when you
I'm
run out
judging.
of mugs, clean mugs.
Hey, back from the dead. How's it going, buddy?
That's what like. So this is today's.
Um, I'm concerned for you. You need to clean that desk off. You need to take all those mugs to
No.
the sink. They need to be.
You
I
know what's really
appreciate that
funny?
you're not growing anything that I can
Oh,
see.
it's because there was only water in most of them,
Oh, thank
except for this
God.
one. This one had tea in it,
There's
but
nothing
most of them,
growing in it, so there's that.
yeah, most of them only have water. But I don't like it's once it's been watered, I won't like it needs to be cleaned
Mhm.
because I don't want dirty water mugs.
Well, no one does. My daughter does the same thing. If the water cup sits for like 2 hours, she's like, I need a new cup.
Same. I can relate. Can relate. She's right. You do need a new cup. The water
Drives
doesn't
me
taste the same
insane.
if the cup has been sitting.
Oh, Paul, your birthday is December 18th. I like I said, I my sister hates it, so I can imagine you despise having a birthday so close to Christmas. Like I said, I know that people do the stereotypical thing of here's your birthday slash Christmas gift, and it's like a $20 gift. Like you really couldn't get me like two $10 gifts, man. Like
You know?
two separate gifts would be cool. A cheap separate gifts would be cool, better than,
Well,
one.
what can you do? Murder people. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, cozy, you're still in the party chat with Beck.
Am I?
Back from the dead says, "Cause still in the party chat. He's trying to play Halo with Noof." Hi,
Uh,
Dion. I don't know if I said that right. I don't think I said that right.
I mean, here's the thing.
Yeah, I think that's right.
I enjoy game nights and I want them to be successful, so I always game night. Who doesn't like game night? You have to support your community game night, no matter what.
Oh, that's funny. That's too funny. So. Did you get all the candy after Valentine's Day? Did you go buy a bunch of candy after? Well, you probably
No,
shouldn't because you have like 50,000 pounds of sugar at your house.
I'm. I
Make
try
your
to.
own
I've
damn
been.
chocolate.
Yeah, I've been. mm, You know, not candying as much. Um, just trying to watch my candy intake.
Mm-hmm. I see how it is. I see how it is. Oh, you know what I did do last weekend that I could actually talk about, brag about? We did do something, I guess you could consider it like a late anniversary date. We went to a haunted house.
Oh, I don't do that because it's scary.
Yes, but we went to Sir Henry's does a Valentine's Day event. They did one weekend. They did Friday and Saturday last weekend, and we went to that on Saturday. So I did get to do a Valentine's Day date with Dreadpool after all. So we did have
Aw,
a date. Yes. Yes. So
you look
anyway,
at you.
um, but wow. So what do you plan on playing this coming week?
Okay. So, Starfield got me on a space kick, like a
Mm-hmm.
space kick. So, I will be playing. I have a list of games that I'm planning on playing this year,
Okay.
and I will be starting with The Expanse,
Mm-hmm.
the Telltale's Expanse. Are you
Mm-hmm.
familiar at all with The Expanse?
No.
The Expanse is only the greatest sci-fi show to come out in the last 2 decades. Probably 2 decades. Yeah, 2 decades. It is a phenomenal show, and it's like for those of you who haven't seen it, The Expanse and know nothing of The Expanse,
Yeah.
it's about the future. In the future, humans have expanded out into the solar system. You have Earth, the super, you know, paradise kind of whatever. And you have Mars, which started out as kind of like, Earth colony, but then they were like, screw you guys, we're doing our own thing. And
Mm-hmm.
there's a Cold War between Earth and Mars.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but the people that are mostly caught up in the Cold War and, they are mostly impacted are the Belters, the people who expanded out into space. They live out in space. That's like, and they're caught up in it because most of them, because of their way of life, is reliant on like, shipping stuff back to Earth and stuff. So it's like very political, very what's the word I'm looking for? It's very political. It's like deep, and they don't do exposition very much, and I love that about it because they don't waste time on like stupid exposition. You just like they slowly kind of like you just have to watch the characters and they are who they are. They don't really
Mm-hmm.
so it's not but it's amazing. It's an amazing. Okay, calm down. Calm down.
What are you doing to that bird?
But yeah, The Expanse is an amazing show. I highly recommend it. And there's a Telltale game. It's like the perfect kind of game for a Telltale. And it's got action and it's got great characters. It's like effortlessly just so amazing, and everyone should give The Expanse a watch. As someone who, really loves sci-fi.
Huh. I have to check it out. Never heard of it. I've never heard of it.
Yep. Also, I'm pretty sure they blew the first few seasons. That one of the you probably recognize her voice acting. I don't even know how to say her name, but you would probably recognize her voice acting because she's also very prominent as a voice actress, and she's in the show. And I'm pretty sure the first few seasons they blew the entire budget on her outfits. Like, cause every time, like, no. You would appreciate her outfits if
Mhm.
you know,
I'm gonna have
I
to
know
check
it.
it out just
Yeah.
for the outfit. I'm gonna Google it just for the outfit.
I was like, every time I'd watch it, I was like, did they just really blow the entire?
Is this name of the show the same as the name of the game?
So yes, the game is the game is Telltale's Expanse, but
Mhm. What's the
the
name of
show
the
is The
show?
Expanse. The Expanse. Just
The Expanse.
calm down.
What year did the show run? Do you know?
More recently,
Okay, so it's like in the
it
2000s,
had a weird
20.
situation because it was on the Sci-Fi Channel. Calm
Mhm.
down. Calm down. It was on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Mhm.
Calm down. You don't want me talking to other people. Okay, I get it. Um, it was on the Sci-Fi Channel, and but this Sci-Fi Channel, you know, when they kind of like dropped all their sci-fi shows, they dropped it
Yeah.
too, and then it was picked up by Amazon.
Okay. All right. I'll have to check it out. And Legendary Yobi, hey.
Yobi, 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 Yobi.
Oh,
You need to
watching
calm down.
Ready Player One. This movie gets better and better. I honestly, that's one movie I haven't watched. Ready Player One. Didn't watch that one.
Oh yeah. Ready Player One.
Dion's just having one hell of a time over there, man. Losing socks, being sick, everything's annoying him.
No.
He's just having a harsh
The
time, I
secret
think.
is your socks are gone. That's why you always only buy one brand of socks. So you always have a match. Because your socks are going to disappear. You just have to live with socks disappearing. That's just what they do.
Yeah. No, I don't know. My socks, I seem to find all mine. If you buy crazy funky socks, you'll always find your socks and nobody will ever steal them either. And if somebody does, you'll be able to find out right away because, they're crazy socks. Like I've got these ones. I bought these ones for Valentine's Day, actually. They're super cute. They're skulls with hearts. They're so cute.
These are the latest. So I got these for Christmas.
Tiny Giant and I have matching socks. I got her a pair for Valentine's Day.
Aw. I got mine for Christmas. So because I got mine for Christmas, I use the same. I basically that's like, okay, well now I'm dedicated to this type of sock. Because before that, I would only buy the bamboo socks,
Mhm.
but the bamboo socks are nice but also slippery. So
Mhm.
I don't have bamboo socks right now.
I only wear funky socks. I like to
I
wear
don't know if
crazy
they
socks.
make funky bamboo socks, but
I
once
have
you wear bamboo, you'd understand.
I have socks with Michael Myers, Jason, Freddy, Chucky. I even have Monster High socks. Got Maleficent. I like different socks. Okay, here we go. Side scroll games like.
Side scroll games?
Do you play side scroll games?
I so I there are specific types of games I don't play. So if we're talking games,
Mhm.
I don't play military shooters,
Mhm.
real world military shooters. Like I can play Gears. That's not real world. Um, I don't play any free to play game that
Mhm.
isn't Warframe.
Mhm.
And I'm trying to think of other. I don't play sports games.
Mhm.
I'll try just about anything else. So I'm not very. I'm. Oh, I also don't like if I don't like if I'm not interested in like the franchise or whatever, I won't play the game. The game can be the most fun game ever, but I'm never gonna touch it. Two examples of that would be like Disney Dreamlight Valley. I'm not a Disney fan, so
Mhm.
I have no interest in Disney games.
Okay.
Like same thing with Kingdom Hearts. That's another example. I would never play Kingdom Hearts because the Disney thing ruins it for me. Like people are like, no, it can be as good as it wants to be, but that being there ruins it for me. Same thing with Spider-Man. I have no interest in Spider-Man, so I would never play a Spider-Man game.
Valid points, though. I mean, if you're not interested in the franchise in and of itself, why would you find the game any interest? That makes complete sense. I can't imagine. I don't like football games. I don't like football. Why would I want to play a football game when I don't like football? Yeah, makes sense. Kind of like if they came out with a 50 Shades of Grey video game, I wouldn't play that either.
I don't even want. I would play that, but only because I'm curious.
No, thank you. No,
I'm
thank you.
curious. I am fascinated by how that would function as a video game. Like sometimes I'm just like that strictly would be like, how does this even work? I'd have to know. I'd have to know. Unless I can find someone else who played it. But generally you probably wouldn't find a lot of people playing that game.
Oh,
But
that's not true because that book and that movie did well in sales. So I'm sure there's a lot of lonely, bored housewives out there who would absolutely play that game. I mean, it'd be dumb. I'm
wouldn't
sure
it
it'd be
just
stupid.
be like all the other games in that? Because so when I used to stream on like way back when I used to have like a bunch of people that would follow me, and I would, when they went on sale, I would buy inappropriate games and
Mhm.
give them to people as like as gag gifts.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I would
Well, that's
give them to
funny.
people, and it was funny. It was. They would like laugh about it. Like
Well, that's always funny. Come on
I
now.
would be giving them like the most inappropriate games. Oh my goodness! Now that I think about it, and I still occasionally do it. Um, but man, not not all the games I give out are super inappropriate, but yeah, fun times. Oof, man, I miss Lizard. Boop. I'm
That's
sorry, that was rude.
funny. Okay. If you set up a GoFundMe for people to send you fruit, oh my god, I'd die laughing. That's too funny.
A GoFundMe for fruit.
That'd be funny. Here is it. Where'd it go? Hold on. He said, okay, I'm gonna set up a GoFundMe so people can send me fruit and socks. That would be hysterical. And yeah, that would just be too funny.
As a kid, socks were never a bad gift for me. Like I used to be confused by kids who were like, "Man, I don't want socks for." I would be like, "Yes, I got more socks." I can never have enough socks. I want a pair of socks so I can wear socks solidly for a month and never wash any of them.
Well, I mean, as an adult, I like getting clothing and money. I would
I
never
like
think
getting
I
that as a
would.
kid. I was like the kid who would be like, "You give me socks." I'd be like, "Yes." You give me anything. As a kid, I was like that kid that you could give any gift to, and I'd be like, yes. I remember one time I got 3 liters of pineapple soda, and it was all for me, and I was like, yes. I got my own 3 liter bottle of dollar store. It was like the Shasta,
Mhm.
the 3 liters of like Shasta pineapple soda. and I was in heaven.
And Cake, I'll be honest, I've never watched 50 Shades of BS cuz well, let's call it what it is. They're stupid movies. I mean, they're
It's Twilight fan fiction, of course.
yeah, Twilight was a terribly written series in itself, and this is based off of fan fiction from that, and that's poorly written. So, I mean, I honestly can't understand why anyone enjoyed reading any of those or watching them. I mean, if you take a step back and look at the whole plot for a lot of it's so
I
toxic.
think
The whole
it's
thing's toxic and just incredibly creepy.
it is disturbing.
If Grey were an ugly, short guy, okay, what the heck's the girl's name? I can't whatever her name is in
Annabelle,
the
Annalise, Anna something.
whatever her name. I just remember his Christian Grey.
Anna?
And yeah, I think it's Anna. Whatever. If he were short and ugly and broke, she would have been calling the cops within 10 minutes of meeting this asshole. Like, let's just be honest and call it what it is. It is horrifying that anyone thinks that any of what he does is like okay. You're signing a waiver and no, thank you. No, the
Yeah.
whole I have an issue with the whole thing. The whole thing's problematic. Whole thing's
Anastasia. That was gonna bother me. So I think, the fact that it was I think I'm sorry, my brain just
just
glitched.
lagged right there.
Um I think the problem was that it really was Twilight fan fiction, and Twilight.
That's problematic in its own right
Oh
itself
my goodness!
too.
You
That
know what? I couldn't. So I started reading the first book, and this is wild. So my school had like a My school used to get like pre copies before I think it was published. Like those pre cop. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah, like a pre-release type deal.
Yeah. So my school used to have a bunch of those.
Previews, you guys
And
got
I
previews of
remember
everything.
reading Twilight strictly because it had an apple on the cover, which I know is stupid. That's like the stupidest reason. Like, why would you read a book because Yes, I read a book because it had an apple on the cover. And I remember even like in high school, I was like, it's kind of weird that this old vampire is LARPing as a teenager. It's just
What?
kind of
Say
weird.
that again?
It's kind of weird that an old vampire is LARPing as a teenager.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right. I can't disagree with that one. I just find the whole thing is just so that's another one where if what's his face were ugly, it would be a completely different story in itself too. I mean, he's a couple hundred years old hanging out with teenagers. Why? You couldn't find anything better to do the entire time you've been roaming this planet other than hanging out with a bunch of moody teenagers? Or were they the only ones who could deal with your bullshit? Because in that case, you need to see a lifelong therapist, my friend.
Yep.
No, like the whole thing. And then the guy imprinting on a baby. Creepy.
Yeah, the
Because no
entire
matter how old she gets, dude, you're still like, 20 some odd years older than her.
that was just
That's a
weird.
problem.
That entire thing was just
That's a
like, that's a weird situation. But to be fair, a lot of the things I think with both of those,
mhm.
I think the problem with both Twilight and 50 Shades of Grey is they achieved a wider reach, so they had more eyes on them, but
Mhm.
both of them are very typical of books in the romance genre.
And that's why I dislike romance. I mean, that's why I have an issue with the whole genre as a whole, because a lot of it is so highly problematic in reality. I mean, a lot of these things are just so not okay. I mean, a lot of it is there's a lot of stalking, there's a lot of obsessive behavior. Um, it's just oh god, some of them are just
Yeah.
terrible, just
I've I-
horrible.
I've read just about everything you can imagine because um I worked at a because working at the library, you read just about everything
I
anyone could
imagine you
imagine.
would read a
And yeah,
ton.
so you would pick up and like sometimes you just like it would be like because I worked in the dungeon, my job was literally any book coming in or going out of the library, I
Yeah.
scan them all in. So you just be sitting there scanning books in like all day and you just like, you have the book, you just pick a book and like so I've read every genre, even genres I absolutely hate. There are books I've picked up and I just literally sat there, spent 8 hours reading that book because there was nothing else to do. Well, you could watch movies, but it was less conspicuous for you to be reading a book because no one really noticed. Someone might walk in if you're watching a movie and be like, "Hey,"
Mm.
so whatever. But anyway, in all that time, I can honestly say I've only seen one romance author that didn't write problematic uh fiction.
Mhm.
Oh, and one. I can only think of one. And I think it's because her characters were flawed. They were
Mhm.
obviously flawed and they were not supposed to be they were realistically flawed and not supposed to be looked at as like good, perfect as perfection, and their flaws were not considered acceptable within her books. And I actually saw that she's written like things that aren't romance, and I'm like, oh man, look at her growing out of writing basic romance, and I'm happy for her.
I thought you were gonna say uh Bram Stoker because Dracula's kind of a love story. But that's okay. He knows he's problematic. So I mean, it's
No,
okay because he
I'm actually
knows he's problematic.
I'm actually trying to look for her name.
Mary Shelley.
She's modern.
Oh, me, Frankenstein.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding.
I found it.
It's not a love story.
Christian Higgins.
Oh, okay.
Like I randomly picked up one of her books and I was like, "Oh, I like the cover of this." And it was like
Hey,
it was like
John.
it was like this lady and I remember she was like she was she was doing like a cross country trip with her ex-husband. And it
Hmm.
was like and it flipped back and forth between what happened between them and but it also followed like because she was like she had a lot of personal trauma and like it followed like that too and I was like this is unusual, this is not something you typically see in a romance because it followed like the personal trauma that she had that affected her relationship. It followed her relationship with her mother, her stepmother, her
Yeah.
father. She had a stepsister and like her relationship with that, and it flipped back and forth between the past and the present, and I was like this is unusual in a romance novel. And it's like, but she's like the only one in all my combing of that entire genre. She was the only one who wrote like stuff that was decent, which says a lot.
I'll have to check
I
her
work,
out.
yeah. I mean, it's still romance. It's still
Yeah.
definitely romance genre stuff.
It'd be
But
nice to find at least one though that isn't so infuriating, by just the plot alone. Um,
yeah, it's like hers are just like the characters she creates are so incredibly flawed, and she doesn't paint it as.
Whatever just happened, she got all excited there. Maybe she likes literature. She's like, "I wanna read some books, mom. We need to read now."
Oh my goodness. I don't know what her problem is. She I was trying to get another bird for her, but the
Aw.
person I reached out to was like, "Oh, they're already gone." I'm like, "Curses. Back to the drawing board."
Aw. Okay, so Timmy asked where my hot mama is. Okay, for those of you that missed it, because I did say it at the beginning of the show, but I understand some of you were not here in time to witness the awesome introduction. Miss Mahat Mama is under the weather today, so she is taking the evening off to relax and get her mojo back together so she can be majestic next Sunday.
Woo woo!
Um, so we're just keeping her in our thoughts for the time being. But apparently everybody seems to be sick this evening, so I'm so sorry for all of you because I don't know what funk you all have got going around, but I am sorry to hear that you all have got it. And I hope you guys all feel better soon because no one enjoys being sick. That's rough. It's never a good time. It's always a bad time. Boo.
Yeah, I'm glad. I was sick twice in January, so January was not my month. So I totally am like, I'm like all up and peppy now, but tore my ligament and was sick.
Yeah, I still can't believe you did that. I feel so bad for that
I
because
still can't drive. I still cannot drive. You know how infuriating that is?
I believe it. Tearing ligaments and tendons is never fun. Never fun. Never a good time.
Apparently, it would have been better just to break it than tear it.
But with all that being said, guys, we appreciate you all showing up. But we're gonna head out because as awesome as you guys all are, I don't want to just keep drowning on about nothing.
Whoa, wait. We didn't.
What?
We only talked half about. We talked about what we've been playing. We didn't talk about what we were doing.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'll let
Okay.
you go back.
So,
Let you go first. What are you doing?
I am excited because so now that my sister has 2 kids, which
Mm-hmm.
is her husband and her 2 kids, I'm excited because now I get to do group cosplays. They literally will do whatever I want to do. I have a group to force into costumes. This is amazing. And so we will be at C2E2 probably doing Pokemon.
Awesome.
I just have to figure out what everyone wants to be, but we are going to. I want this group cosplay. Last time we did Dragon Quest, and it was amazing. Especially, my niece was calm down. My niece was the hero from Dragon Quest 7, which is like a little kid in like a green cloak with a hat, and it's just like so adorable. My niece. So yeah, I'm really
Cool.
excited. I
Oh,
am going to force them. I don't think you understand. They have to do what I want to do. Because if they go to C2E2, they want to dress up. And so I'm like, okay, you'll dress up like I want you to dress up. So it's going to be in April, and April in Chicago is still a little bit cold.
Mm-hmm.
So because I wanted to do Streets of Rage. I want to do a Streets of Rage group cosplay.
Mm-hmm.
I still might.
Conventions are usually longer than one day, so I mean, you could
We only
one
go
time.
one day. I
Oh,
got 2, a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, so
makes
it's not.
sense. Makes sense. Fair enough.
Yeah. But yeah, so that is what I've been working on, and I have to decide on the costume real quick so that I can actually make them, and I'll probably pump out one a week until I have all the costumes.
Mm-hmm.
work.
Cool.
All right. So yeah, that is what I've been working on, and I'll probably have some updates for you guys.
Okay, cool. Looking forward to it. Unfortunately, I don't have any plans that I can share right now off the top of my head that I can think of. So, is there anything else you want to
No,
share?
that was it. That was the big one. That was the big one.
All
That's
right,
the big
guys.
one. Okay, never mind. Sanford and Son.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you all showing up. Don't forget to give us a like and a share. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, feel free to do so. More likes we get, the more comments on the video, the better our algorithm gets and the more we get pushed out there. So thanks for showing up, everybody, and we'll see you guys next Sunday.
Timmy cake.
Bye.
I'll do that again. Bye.